All right. Okay. All right, we're here. Okay, I'm gonna. Or streams. Are we almost set? I'm gonna try testing the music out. Let me see if this works. All right. Okay. Oh, crap. Hold on. All right, we're here. Okay. Audio. Okay. 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 All right. So, yeah, this is gonna be something new. I'm gonna be doing. I'll make a community post later on, but if you remember about like a couple months ago, I made some like like a couple months ago, I did like a few videos where I just review like Roblox Fire Defense Towers. Like I made one on Haiku from Deep Fire Defense. I made one on DJ from TDS. So I was gonna keep doing it, but I just just decided to. You know what? It's probably gonna take too much time. It's probably not worth it. I probably won't really care about it that much. So I think I ultimately just decided to just talk about streams, like because it's like better since it takes like not that much effort to do compared to like everything else, and you know the reviews themselves are gonna be really outdated because unlike with Battle Cats. Hold on. Is it good? Is this good? No. Okay, hold on. Let me decrease the music. I think that's good. Okay. So you know what? It shouldn't be as nearly as loud now. Maybe do it like that. Is that good? Okay. I know I gotta test it. Gotta test it myself. Gotta test the waters myself. Okay. So it shouldn't be as nearly as loud now. Maybe do it like that. Is that good? Okay. I can't even hear it. Okay, maybe like. Is that good? I think that's probably better. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's just get down to business. Okay, so yeah, we're just ultimately decided to just because you know with like battle cats there, those videos are like review videos. They are like pretty solid because of they rarely get their stat change at all. So it's always gonna be like up to date. But the thing is with tower defense games, they love changing stats a lot. So if I make like my Tycoon, like the Doomspire defense Tycoon video is already outdated because of the different units, because of like it already got outdated in the rewrite update because of they changed the units they spawns. And it's outdated. And if I made a video there, it would be outdated now because they just completely removed units entirely. It's stupid, but that's besides the point. That's not the topic of the stream. So let me see if this is the music good now. And it's outdated. And if I made a video, okay, let me let's go with. I think that should be good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. It's just like growing pains for now. Just like setting things up, seeing what works, what doesn't. So, oh my god. Yeah, last week I got really sick. I'm still sick, so I'm probably gonna cough a lot. I was gonna work on videos last week, but I got sick, so I just like Nah, screw it. It's better if I just chill out home rather than just stress myself over. Like I almost feel like I was gonna throw up. Like it was just a headache. But yeah, okay. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go on the wiki, and we'll just go ahead and discuss everything with it. So I'll go full screen, I guess. Let's see. Okay, Archer update. Okay, so I'll just do the screen. Let me see if the music's good. I had a good point right now. Alright, it's pretty good, I'd say. Okay. Whatever, okay. Alright, let's get down to business. Oh my god. Let's get down to business. Okay, so yeah, we'll just do this. Set it to that. Unhide it. There we go. Okay, so I don't really have to hide anything on like Battlecat's wiki. Unlike discussing about Battlecat stuff, because everything's out at this point. I'm not gonna get smited from showing illegal content, from showing illegal leaks, like leaks of stuff that's not in the game yet. So yeah, so this is the Archer update. Wow. Well, they finally made him good. Wow. Yeah, we'll just breeze through this right now. So yeah, we'll just breeze through it, and then we'll just take a deep dive at looking at each one of those. So new additions, skins, Jordan Brawler. My God, Jordan Gat. All right. Removals. They removed Operation Ice. I'm not gonna be missing that. I don't care about Siege Engine, because I really couldn't care less about it. We have the Archer rework. I'll discuss more of that later. Motor got rebalanced, so it's a buff, so it's not as bad. I'm actually kind of this change is actually kind of questionable, because the thing is they finally fixed explosion bypassing defense. So in actuality, it really did not need a buff at all, because it was perfectly fine the way that it was. But you know what? Now it's even better. So that's cool. That's cool, I guess. Pursuit. Basically, I'm just gonna do this now. Pursuit nerfed barely. This alone might just be a buff. I don't even know. Reload time increased. Reload time increased. Damage increased at this level for some reason. Reload time increased. Oh my God. Oh, damage decreased here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it says like now bypasses defense. Now bypasses defense. Now bypasses defense. Yeah, Rocketeer rebalanced. Freezer rebalanced. Yeah, Necromancer rebalanced. Oh, this is funny. I didn't even know about this. Oh my God. Oh, that's real balanced. That's really funny. All right, and then Snowball got a shadow buff. It's not in the update log for whatever reason, but it's like the main thing about this is that it's significantly cheaper, and the range got altered a bit. I don't know, and Yeah, they fixed lead detection for a bunch of towers, so that's good. Uh, yeah, it's just Operation Ice. Just more Operation Ice stuff. Miscellaneous fixed splash, now not bypassing defense. So I think that's just for all towers at this point, all explosion. Fixed damage indicator is not appearing, so there's that. Official update trailer, you can watch that on your own. And then thumbnails, and then yeah, then that's basically everything. And the next week is gonna be the pizza party rework, so I guess grind all the logbooks there because we don't know if the enemies there are gonna return. So yeah, and even if they are, you can just instantly check them in sandbox. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna wait a little bit before jumping into training things. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, just more mukbang in the meantime. While I wait for like more people to join, I guess. If I do this, will it show on stream? No. Okay. Oh, let me do this. You find this tweet for like preparation. Did they remove it? What? Hmm? What? Okay. Hmm? Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Hold on. Ah. Well, I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is though. Wait, what? Huh? What? Okay, hold on. Where is it? Okay, whatever. Whatever. I can't. I can't find it for whatever reason. I don't know. I can't find the original tweet for whatever reason. I don't know. Alright. Let's see. Okay, we'll just we'll just talk about now. Okay, so we'll just talk about now. Let's see if this stream's still good. I just take it on mobile. Okay. So yeah, okay. So we're just gonna okay, we're just gonna No. Okay. Okay, anyways, we're gonna All right. Anyways, let's talk about the towers themselves. So first, I guess we were yeah, I guess we'll talk about Archer first. Okay, so Archer. Okay, so Archer basically, limit of 15 is added. Who cares? It's still really high. It finally gets to the arrow type, so that was teased from like 2020. But while I was like taking like a pause there, I was trying to find the tweet, but it's probably removed for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah. I don't know what about the. I don't know where the tweet was from, but I can't find it for whatever reason. So yeah, it was teased since like 2020 though. That's all I remember. But yeah, it's finally here now. Previously, it had the fire arrows, but that was it. But now it also has electric arrows and the explosion arrows. So that's cool. That's cool and interesting. So base is now it's not about the same, but it's a lot cheaper now. So and fire rate increased or decreased a lot. So it basically has double DPS now, or not double DPS, but like 1.5 times DPS, like that. About that, I don't know. And yeah, it's just overall really good now. This level's really funny because it just gets a range increase from this level for $50 for $50, which I really just means which I really think the balancers just really wanted to make him like 4 levels, and just ditched this level entirely. So they just went ahead, but they couldn't do that because the model is not like compatible. Like the model has 5 levels, you're gonna use 5 levels. So they just made this level extremely filler. It just gets one range increase for $50. That's just kind of funny. Level 2, it gets a for $7. Wait, no, for $400 it gets hit increase. Yeah, I guess it does. It gets a hit increase, damage decreased from 4 to 2, but that doesn't really matter because it gets a slight fire rate decrease as well. So it's still overall deals more DPS than the original. And then so that's just whatever. I personally would still spam base, but it's whatever. Level 3. This is where it gets the fire ammos, the fire arrows. So right, yeah, range is fire rate decrease more. It gets more range. It gets burn. It gets 1 burn. It gets burn. Okay, hold on. Let me see. So it, I think this is like 4 laps damage. It's really shit. It's not really that great. Fire arrows in general are just really bad. Just don't always use like electricity or explosion arrows instead. But at this level, it's fine because it's the only arrow you get. But like at this level, use like electricity. Just always switch to electricity. So, level 4 damage decrease from 10 to 8. Fire rate changed from basically nothing. Burn damage decrease. Burn is just gets buff basically. Flame gets an extra hit, And then you also get shock arrows, which basically just stun. And it's basically like electroshock or stun, where it'll just like shock them for a bit, and then they can move, and then just temporarily halt them. It's pretty alright for what it is. Oh yeah, I guess the only advantage fire arrows has over electricity is that the hit limit is good. But other than that, I honestly would just use shock arrows instead. Because it's just better if you want like more damage. If it's not spammed as much, I would just use shock arrows. But yeah, and then level 5 damage increase from 10 to 16, which is crazy. Fire rate change. Fire rate gets faster, so now this is actually double the fire rate of over here, which is kind of interesting. Get some more range compared to this level, anyways. Burn gets buffed. It's still shit. Don't worry about that. Stun time is slightly better. Shock arrows max hits gets 2, so yeah, that's cool. And then explosion arrows get added, which are really crazy. Yeah, let me actually get in stats. Which it's so crazy. Okay, hold on. Nope, I went for screen. So let's just get in stats real quick. The stats table. So fire arrow, flame arrow. This is flame arrows. Elapsed damage. That's not funny. It's just really shit. This is actually, I believe, the worst elapsed damage in the game. So you don't bother getting it. Shock arrows. Yeah, it's just one max hit. So just use shock arrows instead, man. Let's see. DP. Yeah, let me see. Does it say? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same DPS, really. So it gets 8. It's 8 burn DPS, anyways. So just don't use flame arrows. It's just really bad. Shock arrows. Yeah, it's good. It's good if you want some stun. It's pretty good. Explosion arrows are really cracked though. What the hell? What the hell is this? 63 DPS, which is insane with that price. Which is insane with for 11K. Like let me put this in perspective. So this is actually really similar to another tower, which is Hunter, really. Which is Hunter, which for this you spend like 14K for like less than 60 DPS, which it has the range advantage, but like I don't like it's not like at the same time the archer is also AoE, which is really insane, and it also has shock arrows. Like that's really cracked. I don't know how this got past. Like of course Hunter is like a slow fire rate tower. Same thing with Archer, I guess. It's kind of slow fire rate, not really. And of course Hunter is a beginner tower, but they don't care. The balancers don't even care about balancing according to their tower types. If it's intermediate, bro, I don't care. I'm gonna make it as broken as possible. So that's not really good arguments, in my opinion. It's just, I feel like this is just too OP. Well, that's just me. That's just in my opinion. That's just in my opinion, at least. Like 173 for a tower that also does AoE and has huge range. That's broken. And for something that's like late game as well, that's like that's incredibly that's incredibly broken. It also has like the max hits, but like whatever, it's one at that point. Like let me like here's Commando, here's Commando, the swap tower. Like its cost efficiency, the best cost efficiency is level 1, where it's like the same cost efficiency, but at the same time, it's not AoE. It relies on garbage pierce. Its range is incredibly short. Like it's just overall just a mid tower. It doesn't even have detection. Archer it takes flying. I think it takes all actually on that level, because it attacks lead, it attacks flying, it attacks hidden. It's just really broken. I think it's overall a good step in the right direction, but I don't know. It's just a little too OP in my opinion. They should definitely nerf has 0 damage fall off for some reason. Yeah. Even with damage fall off, that alone is just really it's just so broken. I don't know how that really got past got past balancing. Like you put like 2 against like wave 25 shadow bosses, that would just completely destroy it. Like Archer is just like, it's kind of just like a jack of all trades. Like right now, you can use it for lapse damage. It's shit, but that's an option at least. You can use it for stall. You can use it for like big crowd control to like kill multiple enemies at the same time. It's like even in late game, it just feels like it's doing a bit much. It's like the same thing with Sledger rework in my opinion, where I feel like it's just too broken yeah, that's another thing. People were soloing hardcore with it, which I feel like that just perfectly describes how broken it is. Like yeah, it's just, I feel like they should definitely nerf it. At least explosive arrows. Yeah. Wait, Shock slows down Wood Reaper? Okay. Okay, that's actually a lot more. Okay, that's really broken, actually. Alright. But yeah, I think it should definitely get nerfed. I don't know if it's a bug where apparently it slows down Void Reaver with the shock arrows. I don't know if that's a bug. It probably is. But yeah, that's probably getting get patched anyways, but either way, it still just does everything really, which I don't really like in my opinion. I like if I used it in Fallen, it did really well, but like again, it almost does too well. Like it's to a point where it's to a point where I didn't even know it. I didn't even know Electric Shocker could stun as well. I didn't know stun, like shock, could slow down bosses, but what? I thought that was like patched. Okay. All right. What was going on? I just feel like it's just too much of a jack of all trades. I just wish this at least gets nerfed or is like more expensive. Well, yeah, that's just my overall nitpicks. I think it's still overall a step in the right direction. I think I'm overall pretty satisfied with it. Like if I use it in like Soul and Polo, it's definitely really fun to use. I just think it just needs some more nerfs to make it a bit more balanced, and yeah, that's really it about archery balance. It's really, if I rank it in my, if I rank it, it's definitely like an A tier. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's because of the outdated boss. If I rank it, it's probably like high A tier. If I would rank it like based on balancing, it's probably like based on how balanced it is, it's probably like B tier. Like it costs like I think like 600 Robux, which is like really good because it's cheaper than Kamido. It's like overall, in my opinion at least, it's just overall better than Kamido because if you want like Pierce, if you want a tower that utilize Pierce, you could just use this tower, and it's just overall a lot easier to use. If you really care about the missiles Kamido uses at level 3 and 4. Is it 3 and 4? I don't even know the last two levels. Like if you care about the stun, just use stun arrows. If you care about the damage, just use explosion arrows. It just overall does everything better than Kamido, so that's another thing. Which I personally don't have a problem with. I hate Kamido. But yeah. So okay, I'll just place. I didn't throw up there. That was just hiccup. Oh, so here's another thing that's really funny. It's basically, let me see this. Let me see the DPS. I think it has good DPS, I guess. No, not really. But here's the thing. Bullfight shock arrows, like around 5 max hits. It stuns. It has relatively low DPS. Does that remind you of anything? High and also high range. Oh my god. Frost Blaster is so bad. God, I really hope it gets a rework soon, but it's getting a rebalancing, right? Balancers, right? You want to just make it the worst tower in the game. Okay, whatever. Okay. Okay, motor now. Like I said, I think this is overall pretty good, but it's just I feel like it does it. Okay, here's the thing. In the context of like these balances themselves, it's probably pretty balanced. It's probably pretty balanced, but in the context of it now bypasses defense, it's definitely not balanced. I haven't used motor all that much. I just used it in Pizza Party, and it absolutely demolishes it. This is not accurate, of course. It's more like it's probably closer to like 110 DPS. Like much closer to that. Um. So yeah, everyone's saying that I'll just use motor to replace Ranger. I don't know where they're coming from because oh my god, it is 200. It has 200 DPS. It's totally better than Ranger, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna bring a screenshot. Let me search this up from. Hold on. Then let me try to find the image. Yeah, that like 110 DPS. Let me see. Okay, here. Okay, let me just share. Let me just share the screen. Let me how am I gonna do this? Let's see. How am I gonna show this image? Oh, I could do this. I could do this actually. We'll go here. Okay. Is it showing on OBS? Yeah. Okay. So. So this is mainly just composed of. There's like some archers. They're like specifically foreign that's in like this scene. There are sledgers here, but like they're not all targeting, of course, because it's melee, of course. There's some pursuits. I think there's only like 2 actively targeting them at this point, and then everything else is just motor. So it's just so motor now it just now spawn kills basically these like 14k enemies, which is really funny. And by the way, there's like also not getting. I don't think they were getting affected by Commander. I don't know. But it's just really funny how motor now does that. So yeah, yeah, that's something. So yeah, so motor base got buffed. It's probably good. It's probably pretty alright now. It's probably usable at this point. It's probably good. I personally haven't tried using motor at base or using motor all that much, really. Like I said, I only used him Pizza Party, but like he performed really well there. Like like it's just kind of overkill. All right, so yeah, but the bounce, like the bounce changes, they look pretty good. Oh, this one's probably garbage though. But yeah, it just gets range and then radius increase, and that's it really. Oh, I see. So it's probably I'm guessing what they did is they probably made it so it's probably like these levels are probably overall like they're not as rewarding, but they made it so explosion radius increases a whole lot. And then level 4 gets cluster bombs. It gets 1 more now, and then cluster bomb radius increase, so it's gonna hit the target more. And then it shoots a lot faster now. And then level 5, it mainly just increases cluster bombs a lot. Mainly just buffs the cluster bombs a lot more. And then it increases explosion radius, and that's really it. That's I think the overall, like, the big cannon got DPS got nerfed, but at the same time, if you really care about that, you can place one more. So it's not like the total DPS really changes all that much. And likewise, it's probably still like really good just because the cluster bombs got buffed. So I think like I said, motor was alright. The only reason it became shit was because of this not being here. But now that it's here again, it's probably just a bit too OP in my opinion. But you know, whatever. Like again, people are also being using this to be hardcore, solo hardcore. So that's all. That's like tells a whole lot. So I think overall, I'll probably rank it the same as exact same as Archer. A tier overall, and then B tier in my personal opinion on how much it was rebalanced. Pursue, I don't care. Just who cares about that? It's like really minor. Yeah, that's another thing. So I talked with one of the balancers, you know, Zeus. He actually made it. Yeah, he basically confirmed they had no idea about defense bypass being patched. So all these balance changes were made in mind that this was still glitched. This was still bugged. So stuff like motor and Rocketeer are way stronger than they're really supposed to be now. So that's which really says a lot about, you know, developers and the community. So it's just really funny. Okay, I guess now it's Rocketeer. Now before I talk about this, I just want to keep this out. I'm not gonna bash this as hard, just because they don't. It was of course balanced around this not being present. But I just want. Sorry. I just want to not even look at the stat changes. Let's just look at the stat table. 3K. Exposure range it's just really bad now. DPS 132. You can place like a decent high amount. Range 28. Doesn't that remind you of anything? I'll give you a moment. Who else has high DPS and high range? That's right. Dingity ding. Ranger, look. You pay 50. You pay 54k for him and get 171 DPS, and you can only play 7. So okay. This is probably gonna take a while. This tangent as a whole is going to take a while. I'm going to actually open... I'll go ahead and open Krita out. Just so I can get my point cost better. Okay, okay. Alright, let me switch to Krita. No, not that. Hold on, how am I gonna do this? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No. How am I gonna open Krita? Application? Window capture? I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. So I'm just gonna display window capture, or not that. Display capture. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up on my phone and see if it's good. So what we basically have here. There's Ranger, and then there's Rocketeer. So Rocketeer, let's say this Rocketeer is gonna do 133 DPS. It's not that I can't really draw on computer. It's gonna do that, and then Ranger does like around 180. I don't remember. I think it's like 181, but whatever. Let's just simplify it. So like 133 and 180. There's 8 Rocketeers, so you're gonna get. So it's gonna come out to like 10, like 64, I believe. And then, likewise, the Ranger, there's 7 Rangers, and so the total DPS is gonna be 12,000, about 12,000. Which, like, if I do here, if I just put that here, 12,000 minus 1064. Oh, and what is that? Let me see. Okay, that's equals, and that's 136. So I don't think I can see on stream, but like it's just this window for some reason. I mean, I can zoom it out. I can just like. No, I can't really do that. It's gonna be 136 DPS difference. That Ranger gets more DPS than Rocketeer. Which you might say that, well, that means Rocketeer still can't compete, but that means Rocketeer still can't compete. It's still like it's still Ranger's still probably the better tower. But then you gotta realize, they're still really. Like, both ranges, they're like really high anyways. Like, Ranger's range is 50 for like all levels, and then Rocketeer's range is 28. So, what am I doing? I forgot I have Discord chat capture, whatever. Then you gotta realize, like, the range is basically they're still like really high. So if you're gonna argue like, oh, you could just use Ranger for range, you can also just use Rocketeer for range as well. Because like Ranger's range is just too much. You don't really need it. And Rocketeer's range is also like really good. It's perfectly acceptable. And then you might also argue, oh, Ranger's stun immune. That's still valuable. But then, like, then if you like counting like the newer game modes, really don't really like stunning at all, really. I guess Molten Warlord likes stunning a lot, I guess. But Molten Warlord's really easy as well, so... Yeah, if you look at, like Fallen Wave 40, there's a lot of stunners there, there's a lot of stunning moves there, but the only real issue that where an enemy gets, like, stunned from afar is really just, Warden. Or not Warden, Templar, stupid Templar. So... So, like, you just kill him, and then you basically don't have to deal with stun at all, really. Unless you place your Rocketeers, like, really close to the track. By that means they're probably gonna get stun abused by, like... They're probably gonna get stunned a lot by, like, Fallen Honor Guard. Fallen Guardians, Fallen King. Well, at the same time, even if they get stunned, it's not really gonna matter because they're gonna be in the dead zone anyways. So, yeah, and then the final, and then really the final nail in the coffin is that it gets explosion Piers. Not Piers. It gets explosion that it gets defense bypass. So. Yeah, let me just, display capture. Oh, what? What the hell? Okay. What is Korea doing? Okay, whatever. It gets defense bypass, so... And what is Fallen spammed of? It's spammed of defense enemies. So Fallen Giant is like really common enemy here. So I search up Fallen Giant. It has 60% defense. Yeah, 60% defense. So Ranger against this guy's gonna do like a little more than the 800 DPS because of the defense. When in reality, if it didn't have defense at all, it's gonna do the 1.1k damage per hit. But now it's gonna do almost 800 damage just because the defense. With Rocketeer, it's just gonna do 400 damage no matter what, no matter the defense, which is really just stupid that. Like, against like Fallen Giant spam, or not even spam. If it's just like a Fallen Giant, if like a Fallen Giant spawns every like 2 seconds, it's gonna do a lot better against that spam rather than Ranger. Even if they're not like really close apart, so they can't really take use of the splash. It's still gonna be like really broken against it. Like, let me see. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find that one thing. Yeah, so, okay, so... Okay, so here's, like, okay, no, let me do Ranger first. So, this is where, like, Ranger dies. Where, like, a Fallen Giant dies, like, here, with Ranger. Keep in mind, it costs 55k to buy it. Like, it's really expensive, but it's also like really high range, really high DPS. It's just overall pretty good for an advanced tower, anyways. Like, keep in mind, Ranger's advanced tower, Rocketeer's intermediate, so And I think Ranger costs like 11k coins in the shop, and then Rocketeer costs 2.5k coins, which is it's really cheap. It's really affordable compared to Ranger. So yeah, that's how Ranger works. And then you look at how Rocketeer works. It dies here, which, like, that's barely anything. That's barely a difference. It kills it like 2 seconds slower than the Fallen, than with the Ranger. Even if it has, even when you look at stats table, it deals, the Ranger deals like 40 more DPS. Like, it's just really stupid. Like, I don't like this. Regardless, hold on. Let me get back to stuff. Regardless, even if it didn't bypass defense, and that was literally just a Ranger but weaker. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't really like. I never liked Rocketeer rebounds. Every time I look at Rocketeer rebounds, I just look like the bouncers just look like they don't know anything. They don't know what to do with this tower, and they're just making a Ranger clone. Like, at that point, I just want to just like delete it. Just delete it. At this. Like, just delete the tower at this point. Like, explosion radius is like really low. It's in perspective, the radius is even lower than like Demo Man, which is a beginner tower that noobs can get. So, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? The explosion radius is too small to do anything unless you use like Cryomancer, I guess, so you can like sync them all up, or like Howlpunk, I guess. But do you really want to use another tower to make this tower good? You're probably not gonna do that, really. So I just feel like, so it's just cool. It's just like literally just like a Ranger clone. So I hate this rebalance. No, even if this didn't resist, because you're just making it budget Ranger. That's also like just as good as like the Road Ranger. So why as like a noob, why would I buy a Ranger when I could just buy this, when this is like almost like just as good as Ranger itself? I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's probably like on the same tier as Ranger. It's probably like, this is probably like S tier. I don't even care. It's Ranger at this point. It's Ranger except it bypassed the defense, so it's just like way better than Ranger if you against like Fallen mode, especially if it's like buffed or whatever. I hate this. I hate this. As like an overall balancing standpoint, I just give it F. Like, this is like the main problem with, because they're so scared of introducing explosion immune enemies into 2024 TDS. The last explosion immune enemy was in Lunar Overture. And then the last explosion immune enemy, which in any like main game was back in like 2020. Was with Golden's like say what you want about Golden mode. At least it had like interesting enemies, just because explosion immunity isn't like splash immunity isn't that is like really rare at this point in the game. like with when like Molten was releasing, was getting reworked. Like I thought like, hey, they should probably just they should go ahead and put some golems in there, because just like combine go like Molten and golem enemies. Just put like the old golems in there. Get some variety, get some enemy variety. Make it so you can't just spam Trapper. You can't just spam Trapper and just have it destroy everything, or like spam these explosion towers in general, and just have them just destroy everything. But nope, they want it to be as easy as possible, so they didn't do that. So like, I don't. It's just really slop. I hate this. It's probably gonna get nerfed, of course, just because this wasn't intended. But yeah, that's my long rant about Rocketeer. Freezer looks fine. Freezer's fine. The main selling point of this is probably you can use it as like for like early game now, as like a damage for early game now. And also you can use hidden detections out at a low level. So so if you want to, you can use it against like Wave 19 not shot bosses, hidden bosses, or something like that. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine, and then also Frost Grenade has gotten ability decrease, so it's just overall a lot easier to use. It does overall a bit more. What I want to bring up actually, like Freezer. Let me see the cost efficiency of Freezer. So Freezer, it's like 164 is huge for Freezing Tower. The range isn't incredible. It's 12. It's really short. But like the DPS, the cost efficiency is great. It's like really stupid. So yeah, actually, and then I also thought about this. I don't know how close it is to it, but there's let me actually see this on stream. I guess I didn't check this before, but the fact that it's DPS and also freeze is actually really similar to to Release Frost Blaster, since it also did that. Yeah, like you pay like $9.50, you get like the same. It's like almost the same. Like if I go back, Freezer, you pay $6.50, and then you get even higher DPS than that. So like it's just kind of funny. Of course they made it so it's still ass early game. Wait, did they actually nerf its DPS early game? Not early game, like late game. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. No, okay. No, okay. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it did more DPS than a Frost Blaster, but I think. Oh my god. Yeah. It's just overall, it's just kind of funny. Whatever, it's just like whatever, kind of funny. So that's Freezer rebalance. Oh boy, Necromancer rebalance. I'm not gonna talk about this now. I'm gonna talk about this first. Snowballer, wow. Range got tweaked a bit. I don't really know why. It's just whatever. But the main selling point now is that it's just overall really cheap now. Like let me see. Let me go to history. How much did it cost in max? It cost previously it cost 36k in max. Not 36k, 3.6k in max. And now it costs, I think, like 24k? 2.4k? No, 2.7k, so... So I think it's like 75% cheaper to max out. Which is really good if you want to spam the hell of it. For if you're like doing like wave 19, you can just spam this a lot more. Defense pipe. Oh, I guess this isn't intended. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so it's overall just a lot better at what it does. And if you say it's still bad, like look at the one stream I did. Look at the Roblox Winter Spotlight stream there, where I got to like wave 39 with Snowball on Fallen. Okay. Dude, this is so peak. Okay. Necromancer. Okay, this is gonna be a long part of the stream. I'm gonna message everyone. My Discord. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go be right back. While I wait for people to join. Cause it's really complicated. I really don't like it. But it's a lot complicated than it's like a lot more complicated than like Commando, where it's just I hate using it. So yeah, I'll just be right back. I'll just go bathroom real quick. So yeah, be right back. Okay. Alright, we're back. Okay. Let me set this up real quick. Oh my god. I feel sick. Okay. I'm gonna turn the music a bit down. Okay, I got a lot to talk about here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this clear. Prior to this rebalance, this recent rebalance, I actually appreciate Necro. I actually really like using Necro, at least in Fawn, because while it was only usable. While it was only usable at, I argue the last 2 levels, I think level 3 is pretty alright. It's still not like that great or whatever, but at the very least that level is usable. Because you pay, let me see. Let me go history. You pay like $13.50 for the ability to like spawn giant skeleton and spawn skeleton knights. Skeleton knights. Like, these were pretty alright overall. Oh, these are probably wrong. Wait, what? Huh? No, that's right. That's right. No. No, that's right. Like, these are pretty, like, at this point, at this level, like, you get the ability to spawn skeleton knights. Skeleton knights were also in this level, and they're pretty decent. You spawn that they deal 50 DPS, which is pretty alright. Especially if you put them near an intersection where they could just stack up and ram up a bunch of damage. So like it was a pretty alright level. A pretty alright level. Giant skeletons as well. They're also pretty alright. So yeah, I personally argue this is also a pretty good level as well. It's not like cracked as like this level or anything. It's not as good as like level 4 or anything, but I think this is okay. This is like an okay. This is level that's like kind of looked down upon. Every other level just sucks though. So that's my thoughts on at least level 3. So level 4, getting up to level 4. Level 4 was really good. Prior to like this rebalance, because like the tower itself, it did 65 DPS, which it's not that crazy for because you spend like 44k. But at the same time, it has max 7. So let me see this. 65 times 7. That's 455 DPS, which is like pretty alright. it's all right. It's like it's just whatever. Like this, like it's like the thing is, even if this doesn't like that appealing, this is just like as like a bonus for like let's say I wanted to kill like flyings, like the like fallen Seraphs, like these guys. They have like 500 HP, so if I get three necromancers, it's gonna do each beam is gonna do 100 about 200 DPS actually, which is gonna kill the Seraphs in like 3 seconds, which is really good. Albeit they're pretty fast, but necromancers themselves, they have like okay range, so it's just overall pretty good, I'd say. If you want like flying, like anti-flying. Obviously, that's realistically that's not gonna be your own anti-flying for Fallen, just because of like the fallen angels, or like fallen seraphs that are boosted by fallen jesters, to where they're either bloated or have nimble. Wow, this thing actually sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Release Necro just sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But like the tower itself here was just okay, was just all right, was just pretty good for what it was. It's just like you use it to kill like flyings, or breakers are also pretty good other matchup for it. So when like the skeleton knights are obviously gonna struggle against breakers because of invincibility frames, but the necromancer is gonna just chip them off, just help chip them off. So you don't have to like heavily rely on the Hallow Guards to tank the skeleton knights. Heavily tank the skeleton knights. So I think it's overall pretty good. Like it's just overall pretty good. It's just a nice bonus, really. So that's about the tower itself, and then now let's get into the skeletons of the previous one, anyways. So what's important to know is that like level 3 and 4, like basically all Necro as a whole, they can summon pretty fast. They're like they have like soul meter, where it fills it like the soul meter itself, it fills up pretty fast. So like it takes like if it's like constantly attacking after you like use ability, it probably needs like 12 seconds to charge up soul meter. Let me see. Yeah, I can't really check. But yeah, it just needs like a few seconds, and then it can summon again, which old Necromancer, it had like a limit to how much you can have it on the field. Like if I like summoned if I used the summon ability while there's like this skeletons from the same Necromancer still on the field, Those are just all gonna die. Which, yeah, that's probably not something fun to experience. Like you just wasted the skeletons you had previously by just killing them all. Which, yeah, it's like whatever. It's kind of just like whatever it is, what it is. But like if you use it like on an intersection, do you realize how good that is? Because they could just. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open up Krita again. This is good. Yeah, okay. So this is this is a rocket arena, for instance. Like it's a pretty shitty map just because there's like a hole in this and like a middle here. So there's just like a hole. You can't really place towers in the hole. It's not that big, but it's just really finicky. It's like an X where you can't place towers in the X because it's like near it's like buildings. It's buildings basically. You can't place towers in like this X here, so it's just so on like crossroads where there are it's just open space where you can just spam cowboys or something else like freely and not get punished. But here you can't really do that because of one, the hole, and number two, this gap here is just overall really big. Um, so like you can't really. So like only like huge range towers like turret or rocketeer or hunter or archer are gonna hit this like whole range. So basically it means like it's just basically just it's just awkward to play. That's what I'm trying to say anyway. So yeah, like there's like a reason why old Crossroads, not a whole lot of people play that map, and it's kind of just because of the same reason. Like the loop is just way too big. So it didn't have a hole, but it just was way too big. So not a lot of people like to play on the map, unless you got like melees or whatever. But even then, like melees sucked back then, unless you use like lat or something. Like people usually like place here, like right around here where like crossroads, and now you can just place like in the middle or whatever. But whatever, that's just something for another day. That's like no, never mind, not. I don't know what I'm saying. That's besides the point. That's not really the whole point. The whole point is that Rocketeers are just a bad map to play on. I hate playing on this map. But at the same time, it's really long, so summoners are really good here. So if I place like a Necro here, let's make it purple. Maybe like this. If I place a Necro here, it's gonna place the Graves here. And then like it's gonna fire its beam. It's gonna fire its beams at the zombies and collect souls. So it's like really close to the entrance. So it's gonna be able to generate a lot of souls. And so like the zombies are they're overall just gonna stack. There's just a lot of them, so it's just like free souls, I guess. like right here. They're just gonna be like overflowing or whatever. And then you may be asking like, why am I placing them right here then? Why that? Well, that's because for one, the hollow guards, it's gonna be instant hit for the hollow guards. So if I spawn, they're just gonna ram into like this like train and then just dish out huge amounts of damage. Maybe dying if they die that fast, it's not really an issue because you could just summon again and then just launch more hollow guards, and then there's also the case where you can just go ahead and if you spawn them here, the knights are gonna like stack up like here. Like each like dot I made represents the knights, so there's like 10 knights. They're gonna stack up and just slash away at these zombies here with their swords. Like each does like 50 DPS, so it's gonna do, if I get like what's the great amount against? That's like 6. Four, really? Oh no. 7. It's 7. Okay, so let's say I get 3. Let's say I get 3 guards, not guards. Let's say I get 3 knights from each necromancer since there's 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So if I do 50 times 9, or let's use more accurate number. If I do 53 times 9. That's like that's 500 DPS, which that's just the scout. That's just the knights alone. You also got the damage from the ram damage from the hollow guards. You got like the executioner skeleton, I guess DPS or what? I guess DPS. I don't know. Executioner is just kind of there, to be honest. I never really understood the point of it. It's just kind of cosmetic, but whatever. Like you get like like the knights, like the knights. That 500 DPS. It's all single target as opposed to necromancer. It's the ability, the guy itself. It's gonna do 65 DPS over a course of 7 enemies, which is it's gonna do like 400 DPS in total. So like it's overall just pretty alright. It's just pretty decent, I'd say. It's like if I get and then if I get even more skeleton knights, it's gonna, if I get like RNG, if I get like much more skeleton knights, it's gonna be like for example, let's say it's like an unlikely scenario, but let's say if I get 7 skeleton knights, that's gonna make necromancer do 371 DPS, which is like each necromancer do 371 DPS, which is which is insane. That's not even including the tower itself. If it included the tower itself, it's gonna do like 436 DPS, which again, it's not realistic. Like RNG is definitely at play there. But like that's like turret levels of damage, which is pretty good. It's just pretty good overall. I'd say, and if they like leak, they also have a bit of health. So, oh wow, eh, they have a bit of health, but it's probably not gonna do that much. So yeah, I just think I think the skeletons like stacking them on like intersection is just really it's just really good, I'd say. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I forgot to switch back to Wiki. And then Hollow Guards. And then let's say I don't play on an intersection. What about the Hollow Guards? Because they're exclusive to the last level, so they're probably being really good. Like they're also really good. Because let's say I get let's say that impossible scenario happens again, and I happen to get 7 Hollow Guards. It's gonna generate 87,000. It's gonna generate 8,750 HP, which is huge. Which is even higher than like Riot Guard. So it's just gonna nuke that, which that alone is gonna be able to nuke any like high high HP like fallen enemy. Like seven Hollow Guards are enough to like kill Fallen Shield. Actually, is it enough to kill Fallen Shield? Hold on. Okay, probably not because of the shield HP, but well, let's say like nine of them alone are enough to basically just wipe out Fallen Shield. I don't know if defense has anything to do with it. It probably does, but yeah, it's just I think it's just overall like really good. If you want to kill threats like just like beam down threats like this, like Fallen Shield, like Fallen. It's also good against Fallen Giant. It's also good against Fallen Tank, of course. It was really good prior to the rebalance. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's just really flexible. The only thing it sucks as is that it's not really good at like boss DPS, which like whatever, it wasn't really made for that in the first place. So yeah. So like that's like prior to the rework, the rebalance or anything. It was just like really solid. It's just like overall really solid. Like if I wanted to play like a map like Winter Stronghold. Winter Stronghold Fallen is like an actual place where he's like really good on. Because of like aggro, because let's say they spawn like a Fallen Shield with aggro, and then they also spawn a Fallen tank. The towers will be able to. Okay, let me do Krita again. Okay, so here's this. Let's go quickly do Winter Stronghold. So it goes like this. and then it goes like this. Something like that. So like if like towers are attacking, let's say I have like towers here, and then have towers here as well, and then have like a fallen enemy or whatever, like some big fallen enemy on both sides that has aggro. How am I gonna do aggro? Let's do this. That have aggro. That's basically gonna act as a damage sponge, and then allow weaker enemies like this. Like let's do like. Okay, this will be like full on tank. So like full on tank makes it by basically unscathed because of the aggro. The towers are shooting at this guy. But then you have the last sword of defense, which will be none other than, what is it? Is it appearing on here? Yeah, it is. Okay. But then you have the last line of defense, which is none other than Necromancer. Necromancer here, Necromancer here. It's gonna have its gravestones here, and here. And then what's basically gonna do? It's gonna summon all its skeletons, which include like Hallguard. And it's basically just gonna nuke the hell out of fallen giants, and basically just save the run. Like for the time being, anyways. For the time being, which is also a case for like Wave 40 as well. Wave 40 is another good example because. It's just, Necromancer just overall is really good here because like this one it's gonna attack and get souls from these enemies, and then it can summon skeletons, walk all the way over here, and then attack these enemies. So it's just overall really good here. Like it's just overall really good. It just makes this garble map a whole lot better altogether. So like you could have used like old Necros like a last form of defense, like emergency defense, or you could just use it on like intersections to accumulate like big DPS, or not even spending that much dollars. So like it's just pretty good. It's just pretty good. It just does a lot. It's pretty good at like being a secondary like anti-flying. It's pretty good for crowd control. It's just overall pretty good. But however, it does have one problem. Which is, let me see if I can find it. Which is basically, if it's not attacking, it basically just sits there and does nothing. So like, let's see. Let me try to find that one run I did. Like August, sometime in August. Let me see. This one, okay. It's like these images. Okay, I don't need to show this one. This one isn't what I was looking for, but I'll just showcase it anyways. Like if you think I was like I'm capping, yeah, like here, hold on. Here, this is me killing like a Rocket Arena on Fallen King off Rocket Arena with like using Necro. Like look there, look mom, I'm not making it up. I'm not capping. There, he killed it. Like sure, of course, I probably also use like Merc base, like Brawlers, Engineers, but also like I get them incredibly late into the game as well. So like, let me try to find it. So like here as well. This is basically, these engineers are basically really low level. I think there's like one level 5 that's basically just because I think like one level 5 or one level 6, basically just for flying. But here I mainly just use Elf Camp and then Necromancers. Really nothing else. Like these brawlers are I think like level 0 and 1. Like they don't really, they're not really doing anything. I don't even have a single Merc base down at this point. And it's wave 31. So yeah, I just think it was just really good for what it could do, I'd say anyways. And then let's see, what is this image? Yeah, never mind. That's irrelevant. There's this image. Yeah, like here they get boosted. So this is just Elf Camp, Necro, and then Toxic Gunner. Like look how far it gets. It gets to wave 31. The only reason I die here just because the Sheriffs got boosted. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have died here. Like you see, like there's a huge stack of there's still like a huge stack of knights. Like if it wasn't Revlines, if I had like Hunter or something, I probably would have survived that wave. And then if I let's see another one. I think this one. Yeah, this one. This one I did a bit better just because I use an actual anti-flying, which is Executioner. Executioner probably carried a lot of it, but I also used Slasher back before it wasn't shit. So, like I get here, I almost killed Fallen Honor Guard. The reason why I didn't was because of you know, because it just wasn't able to like attack. It wasn't able to like collect souls like if like Fallen Honor Guards is like halfway across the map, it's gonna be it's gonna be like far away from the Necros, and at that point there's no enemies spawning in that wave, so they can't collect souls, and that means they won't be able to summon skeletons, which will be able to handle Fallen Honor Guard a lot easier. So if I was able to collect souls, I definitely would survive this wave, but I just wasn't because there's no enemies around. I think there's one more. There's this one. Yeah, this one's just the same thing, but I did a lot worse this time around. I don't know why. I don't know how I did a lot worse, but whatever. But yeah. Yeah, that's that. That's that in a nutshell. Like, if you knew how to use it, it was pretty good. But that's just everything about. That's just my little rant about, or like my little like discussion on why I thought, oh, Necro was pretty good. Was pretty alright, I'd say. At what you do, it's pretty fun. But yeah, now let's get into the rebalance. I kind of hate this rebalance. I do not like it at all. Okay, so here's what I'm talking. Here's the thing. So one main thing they made about the rebalance is that they made the early levels not shit. Which I really like. I personally really like using the newer for new Necro. I really like using like level 1, 2, level 0, 1, 2, and that's it. Like, it really does feel like it's like for like level 1, like level 0 and 1, for instance. It basically just feels like using the old Necro, but instead of late game, it's early game, pretty much. So like the new the skeletons, the regular skeletons, it's basically like the early game version of Howl Guard, to where it could just burst down a lot of enemies, like, really fast. And then same thing with the normal sword skeleton. It just feels like an early game version of the Skeleton Knights. So like, it was overall just really good. What the? Like, it's just overall pretty alright, I'd say. It's just overall it's just overall pretty good. Like, if I use them like on Rocket Arena, it's just gonna act like its old self, really, which I really enjoy. And then they also removed the part where if you use the ability, it kills any leftover skeletons from the previous Raise the Dead ability used. So you can just stack a bunch. You can just have a bunch of them on the field now. So I really like that. I think that's a pretty good change. I enjoy it. I think it's all right. Personally, it didn't really it wasn't really an issue, just because if I wanted to use the ability at that point they're probably gonna die. They're probably gonna die really quick. I'm probably gonna use it as like a failsafe, and the skeletons are gonna die. So they won't even be able to like stack up anyways. So just whatever, like whatever change. But I think at least this now, for this, it's a welcome change. So yeah, that's that. And then here's the reason why I don't like the last two levels. They just feel really slow. They just feel really sluggish. Like, it takes so long to fill the soul meter now. Which I just hate. I don't like it at all. Like, here's the thing. If I think of Necromancer, I'm thinking of, oh, hell yeah, we're gonna summon a lot of skeletons, but we're gonna summon a lot of skeletons like really quickly. Well, that's not really the point. That's not why he doesn't anymore. He doesn't even do that anymore. No, it just takes so long. It takes so long to use it. If you want to stack, you basically need to use other towers to like cover him, like cover the skeletons. Like you need to use like Cryo or something other than that. Which I think if I'm forced to use another tower to make this tower good, it's not good. I don't like it. Like let me see. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold on. If I let me bring up bring up the let me try to find the thing. Okay, yeah, this for instance. I'm just supposed to hear anyways. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, here it is. Is it showing? No, okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay. So basically, this is wave 29. And as you can see here, they're not dying. They're not dying at all. I literally died because of them. That never happened before. So like it's just like what? That it just feels like what, like why did they do that? It was so perfect. They made the tower itself. It was like so perfect. It was pretty good. It was pretty good as like crowd control. It wasn't like super OP, but like it was good for like doing with stuff like this. But like now it can't even kill the Seraphs. Like there's 4 on screen. Let me see how many spawn on that wave in particular. Fallen. Now the mode. Like if I see the wave structure itself. 29. Yeah, there's 5. It killed 1. There's 5. There's 4 on screen here. That's really pathetic. Like, sure, there's only 1 Necromancer, but that's because it's really expensive. That's just so pathetic. Like that alone, I hate that change. Like, sure, it does much better DPS against like single target enemies. It does double of what it did before against single target. But like, dude, Why? It's just so slop. I hate it. And then yeah, I don't have it here, but just speaking on experience, the fact that it spawns it fills up so slowly. That basically means if I put it against like the same intersection, it's gonna ram into them. God, what? That basically just gonna mean that it basically just means it's gonna ram into it. Like if I like I remember a huge amount of the DPS is gonna come from the Hollow Guards, just ramming into them. So, Necromancer. Like the Hollow Guards basically behave the exact same as they did before. 15,000 before they had 12,500 HP, but they have defense as well. I still don't really know how defense works on units. But even if we count defense, that's like 17,500. So it's basically a 500 health increase. So it's just whatever. I can take it or leave it. Does that deserve to be? Does that make it? However, does that make it okay for like them to make it so to like sacrifice spam ability? No. Like I hate it. Why'd they do that? And then they made it so like skeleton knights. They went ahead and made it so they can increase the DPS to like almost triple, which is crazy. I really don't know what they were thinking about that. Oh no, I know. They counteracted it by making it so it takes ages to spawn. It takes ages for the graves to spawn. Because they made it so it takes like about like 48 seconds for them to like place the graves and then max all of them to level 3. That process, if when it's just attacking, it takes like triple the time. So like why? Like that's just so funny. It's just so fun just waiting around. I don't like it. So basically, in recap, what they basically did for the rework, the rebounds or whatever, they basically just made it so. For starting off the positives, they increased the range a lot, which I like. It gets to like 10 more range. I don't know. This is Executioner. It now has an unfunny number range compared to before, like before it being 20 before, so it's like 12 range increase, which is definitely pretty welcomed, because it makes it so like against like Fallen Honor Guard, and like the Fallen Honor Guard example, it doesn't struggle nearly as hard with it, but it doesn't really matter because it's just so slow. Basically, so it does that. It partially solves the issue with not being able to collect souls across not being able to collect souls across like a large like a distance of enemies reaching a certain distance of the map. But then it adds new problems. It adds the ability so it basically can't deal with breakers anymore. So basically, if the knights like 1v1 with breakers, they basically just get fucked because the invincibility frames, which is really cool. which is really good, which is really cool. The only your only hope is to have the Hollow Guards to protect him. But again, it's really slow for them to do that. And the Hollow Guards themselves are really slow anyways compared to the Skeleton Knights, so like there's a chance they're not even gonna be able to protect them all the time. And like if I place it at the intersection, again with the intersection example, they're gonna ram into like the train of the zombies. The knights are just gonna they're gonna DPS on all of them, and then they're gonna run out. They're gonna run out. It's they're gonna like go across they're gonna go in the loop. There's like not like spiral, like yeah, just like loop. They're gonna end up back to where they are, except they're not protected by anything. So like if breakers come that wave, they're just all dead. Like it's just not really that good. It's like it's not as simple as like Frost Blaster or Commando. Like aggro is just gonna cuck them all. So like aggro is just gonna make it so Pierce won't really be that great against it. It's not as simple as that. It's just it's literally a problem with the breakers themselves. I always hated breakers, but like if you're like a Necro fan, you're gonna hate them even more now, because because back then before it could counter breakers all right, but now it's just not just no. Like at the very least, back then, if breakers just shredded through the knights as well, at the very least you could just do it. You could just use the ability again, like right away. Or if there's like an oh my god. Or if the knights are like circling the loop, they'll if they're just unprotected and you have level 3 gravestones right away, you can just sacrifice those. You can just get rid of them, spawn a new batch, like right there, right then there. So it basically it can't handle breakers. Breakers is just an ultimate counter to that. The only chance it has at countering breakers is literally just the executioner skeleton. But like, it's fine. I've seen lots of people stack him. Stack a lot of skeletons. Like per executioner, per necromancer, I saw a lot of people stack like 2 per execution, not executioner, 2 per necromancer. So like each player gets like 6, which it's fine. It's like whatever. Some even got like 3, which like it's whatever. It's not gonna. It doesn't deal that great. It doesn't deal like that great DPS just because this isn't that great. It's gonna. This is like really inaccurate because it's gonna like with the executioner skeletons, it's not gonna be like it's not like rifleman or grenadier or any like range unit where it's gonna like move or be like stationary and attack from that range and do like stable DPS. It's gonna throw its axe. It's gonna deal lots of DPS in for like a split second to like one enemy and that's just it. So it's really not that great. It's really not that great, really. Even if you get like a whole bunch of them. And like the health too, it's just two hollow guards, so like who cares? Like it still doesn't really matter that much. The fact that it's guaranteed, like okay, I don't really care. So it's like the executioner skeleton is just whatever. It's there to do some more crowd control. Whatever, I don't care. What else? Like everything Necromancer did before, as like its main usage as like a last line of defense, it basically just does better. But at the same time, it was already pretty good at handling that stuff. So like what's the point of just making it so it's a lot slower and it just does a lot better DPS output nowadays. Like what's really the point? They really should just kept level 5 the same, but just increase the range. That would have been perfect, but nope. They have to do this. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I really just don't like it. The only new thing it does is that you can use it as like a boss DPS, I guess. So like you can use it against like basically any like outdated boss, it's good against that, which is like really sad. Because if you use it against something like because like Fallen Wolf, for instance, you could use it against like Fallen Giants, but at the same time, it was already really good at killing Fallen Giants really fast. Like even like the Wave 24 one. Same thing with Fallen Shield. Same thing with Fallen Summoner. Same thing with Fallen Tank. It was just already really good at killing them really fast. The only new matchups it gets now is Fallen Honor Guard and Fallen King. And I guess like Fallen Guardian, I guess, but those are kind of spammed. So yeah. But the problem with all three of those is that they have like melee attacks, so basically if I try stacking like a bunch of Skeleton Knights on some enemies prior to them reaching like Fallen Honor Guard, Fallen Guardian, or Fallen King, it doesn't matter because they'll just use their melee attacks and just kill them from far. Which is it's just like lol. Like they have like these for instance have 250 HP. Fallen Honor Guard deals 500 damage, so that's double its health. That's double of the knight's health, so it just one shot it anyways. And the same thing with Fallen King, it'll just one shot them. Okay, maybe okay, this won't one shot them, but at the same time he does 3 slashes, so like it just needs to land at 2 to kill the stack, so and it's even bigger range as well, so I could check like the Fallen Guardians, I guess. At the very least, what? Dude, why are they giving complex equations to everything? What the hell? Yeah, let me see Fallen Guardian. So that's basically. I think I said most. I think I said most of everything I wanted to say at this point. Fallen Guardian. No, it doesn't kill it. Okay. I guess it's good against Fallen Guardian since it won't just one shot them, but either way, these are like really tanky as well. So these are just really tanky as well. So yeah. Overall, I don't think I really don't think it works. People are using it in a hardcore, but that's not really saying much because you're using it on an outdated game mode. Or same thing with Polluted Wasteland 2. You're really just using it on outdated game mode. Like, if you truly think here's the thing. If you truly think that Necro is like the best tower in the game, then go ahead and soul farm with it. Then try using it against try using it in Soul Fallen as like main DPS then. Yeah, you see where that gets you. And don't use like Merc base. Okay, that's basically, I think that's basically it for the stream. So yeah, that's basically it for the stream. I want to have another rant actually before I go, but I don't think it's probably not professional me doing so. I really just want to rant about one person in particular. I don't know if you guys want to see that about. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. Probably not. So I'm probably not gonna do it. If I feel the need to do it, I might do it in a future stream. But I'm probably not gonna do it now. But it's about. It's about a certain bouncer in this game. If you know, you know. But that's pretty much about it. So, yeah, that's a stream. That's basically everything I want to talk about. Last thing. Jordan Gyat Brawler. I guess. I guess I can go over it real quick. Here's the skin. It looks fine. Like it becomes molten, like some molten monster, I guess at max. Looks fine. Looks whatever. Looks pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'll probably do this next week. I'll about talk about Pizza Party out. Yeah, so I'll probably do the stream next week, talk about the Pizza Party rework. So, yeah, that's about it. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Wow. Holy shit. I did not expect to be talking about this wrong. Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. So, yeah.